Hi, I'm Meredith Ashley, and you're watching Road Back to Health. Today I'm going to be talking about bowel problems and what you can do to alleviate them. If you don't eat well, you can have bowel issues. If you have medical conditions that are chronic, you can have bowel issues. Have you ever been over someone's house and they're like, I'm going to go to the bathroom, I'll be out in a couple of minutes, you're ready to go somewhere, and someone goes in there and they don't come out for like an hour? That's a problem, and it's kind of funny at first, but then you're just like, oh my god, I feel so horrible for that person. You don't want to get in that situation. You don't have to be in that situation, and you can take supplements and vitamins, oils, things to help move your bowels. If you're sedentary, it's going to be an issue with you because lack of movement does not help the bowels at all. It just kind of sits there and can create serious issues. Anyone that takes opioids, forget about it. You definitely are going to have a bowel issue. So a lot of times, GI doctors, regular primary care doctors, they will recommend, to take Miralax, over-the-counter kind of stuff. And you can take over-the-counter kind of stuff every single day. Magnesium is over-the-counter. You can also drink prune juice. You don't want to overdo any of these things. You're trying to have a normal bowel movement. You're not trying to explode your bowels. You're trying to basically get regular, as people call it. Once a day is okay, but it's better to move them twice a day. Your small intestine is over 20 feet long, and your large bowel, or your large intestine, or your large colon, whatever you want to call it, that's only about 2 to 5 feet long. Don't quote me on these things. These are rough estimates. The bigger you are, the more your organs stretch, so people vary. I mean, someone that's 100 to 150 pounds is probably going to have a normal size for each if you read on specific foot length of large and small bowel. But if you're heavier, you're going to have more intestines for your food, and then it turns into chyme in the first part of the small intestine, the duodenum. And essentially, it depends what you eat. If you're eating high carb, high sugar, you're going to have erratic bowels. Sugar causes a lot of diarrhea if you're consuming large quantities of it. If you're not a coffee drinker, sometimes people actually say, oh, I drink coffee, I'm regular, I'm good. Alright, coffee, fine. It can move your bowels a little bit, but it can also cause erratic bowel movement. It could cause pain as well. You want to take magnesium. Okay, I do take the Rite Aid brand. It's a capsule. It's a magnesium oxide. It's 500 milligrams. I take 2 or 3 of these in the evening. It helps muscle relaxation. It helps you have a bowel movement every morning. Some people only might need 1 or 2. It depends how often you eat leafy greens, because those are high in magnesium as well. Cod liver oil. Sometimes it burps up. A lot of time fish oils, that you can get them coated, so you don't have the fishy after burp and that grossness. But if you have older parents in their 60s, 70s, they grew up watching Little Rascals, I'm sure, and my father used to tell me, that's what they used to give them. They used to give them a teaspoon of cod liver oil at the orphanage in the show, and it's like, that's what you do to move bowels. You need fish oil, you need magnesium, you need healthy food, you need exercise. There's a lot of different components that help you be regular. So if you know someone who is not regular, who might need some Miralax or cod liver oil or magnesium, and magnesium is used for many different things. It's great for cellular health, it's great for skin health, so are the different oils. And they're kind of gross, but you know what, you get over it. As you get older, you'll understand that these things are needed to be regular. If you have things like gastroparesis, which is a motility disorder where people's stomach essentially does not pump the food out of the stomach out of the pyloric valve into the first part of the small intestine. If that vagal nerve is damaged in some way from diabetes and whatnot, causing gastroparetic symptoms or full-blown gastroparesis, these things can also help with bowels, but those individuals will have to take other means for stomach pumping, like L-arginine. And a lot of these things, believe it or not, like L-arginine, magnesium, B vitamins, they're great for skin, they're great for bowel health. They help and contribute to different parts of systems in our body. They're not just for one thing. Magnesium, like I said, I use this. This is muscle relaxation, anti-spasm. I suffer from other conditions in my bladder as well as PTSD. Magnesium helps with these things. It's not the end-all cure-all, but it helps. But predominantly, this is in the bone health section. It should be in the bowel section because people need to understand magnesium is so crucial to having good bowels. Cod liver oil definitely is great for skin, your inside cellular regeneration. I mean, it's wonderful, but it can also help with bowels. Fish oil, cod liver oil specifically for bowels, but fish oil in general, I mean, it's a barrier. It can really help the walls of organs. And there's a lot of stuff out there regarding oils and how fish oil and certain other lipids, fats, are good for many mental disorders, concussions, and even significant autism and things along the spectrum of autism. That there's so many different categorizations between mental issues. I mean, they're varying in different degrees, but it has been proven that these lipids do wonders for that. Magnesium also does wonders for various ADD, ADHD, if that's even really a term. And magnesium and cod liver oils and different things in that realm, they can help with those things too, not just bowels. So definitely look into magnesium. Like I said, it depends on your health condition, how much you're going to be taking of these things. But if you struggle, even if you're eating correctly and your eating is clean and as healthy and as organic as possible, and you still have a bowel issue, and then integrate the magnesium. But if something is off, and usually you can tell, your own body, most people should at least by the time they're in their teens and early 20s, and they understand their issues basically. But you want to make sure there's nothing serious going on. X-rays and scans and things can help determine that, as well as blood work. But if you're pretty much you've got an imbalance somewhere with iron or something that's causing you to bind up all the time, figure those out. But otherwise, magnesium is great. Cod liver oil, you can try Miralax or prune juice in small doses during the day. You don't want to get to a point though where you're taking a lot of something and actually having severe diarrhea. You want to get in a zone of balance. You don't want to go far to the right with constipation or far to the left and have diarrhea. You want balance. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. Any questions or comments, leave below, or you can email me at roadbacktohealth@gmail.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.